Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 32. I am your co-host, Devin Moon, and with me, as always, dragging my lazy butt up Mount Doom, Trevor Payne. Trev, how you
Dude,
doing,
I'll
man?
take you any day. I'll
Dude,
take you on a date to Mount Doom.
just
Take
going.
you to Mount Doom.
Dude, you're my Sam. You're my Samwise. You're carrying me up when I can't carry the ring no longer.
Dude,
Oh,
it's my
beautiful.
burden to bear.
It's a beautiful
You,
moment.
you're my burden, dude.
I'm your burden to bear.
Yes, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, I love it. That's great. Don't feel bad at all.
No.
This week, we will be discussing EA bringing multiple games to the Switch. We also will be discussing the Switch sales number and how they're doing in that department. We will also do a round of Nintendo Fight and a whole bunch of other games. As usual, it's going to be intense. It's going to be brutal. We got some good runner-ups coming up here. We got Yoshi's Island and we got Donkey Kong Country. So both of those are coming in
That's
to
right.
fight it out. See what's going on. We'll see who wins. It's going to be a hard one. Uh, and as usual, we'll be answering your questions, comments, concerns. Remember, listener, you can be a part of the show by visiting our website at nintendoshow.com and sending those in there. You can also be right here on Facebook Live where you can send in your comments and we will get to you right here and talk to you personally late at night. It's the late at night
Whether
show.
you want it or not.
No, yeah, exactly. We will talk to you. Forced. Trev, are you ready to jump in to the mysterious world of Mr. Miyamoto's magical news?
Woohoo!
Let's
Of
do
course.
it. Number one, EA is set to launch multiple titles in 2020. This is according to Nintendo Life and several other people's. Electronic Arts recently announced its EA Play live stream conference would be going digital this year, and that also you can expect some Nintendo games being drug into that conference. I've heard rumors of 8 games through the year that might be Nintendo related,
All right.
but it could be less than that. Anyways, that is the deal. That is EA coming in hot with all their action, finally seeing the sales of the Nintendo Switch and thinking, maybe we should
We want
go.
to get our fingers all Cheeto-y in that mess. They're gonna dip their hand into that bag,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah,
yeah,
now that it's all juicy, it's all primed, ready to go. The bag is open. People are
yeah,
sticking their
yeah,
fingers in there, getting all
yeah, dude.
nasty. Why did I
It's
pick this
real
metaphor?
gross.
But I'm
I don't know.
down. I'm
It's a
so
very,
down. It's finger looking good, Dev.
it
That's
is,
how good
dude.
it is.
That's a great metaphor. It's a wonderful metaphor, and I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love it
Now
so
there's
dearly.
I've got more of them,
I
so
mean,
be
yeah.
prepared. Sorry.
No, dude, the Cheeto hands are ready. Everyone's had a piece of this. Everyone's had this action.
Mm-hmm.
Now EA comes in and goes, "Hey, I want my dirty little mitts on the bottom of them crumbs. I want some of that action." Uh,
Heck yeah.
dude, it's interesting to see them finally coming in. We have had FIFA games in the past, not very great ports at all. Actually,
Right.
really poor
Right.
ports of FIFA. In fact, so yeah, it's going to be fun to see what they actually bring and if it will be anything good. So here's a question, Trev, from me, Devin Moon. A
Okay.
question coming
Coming in
from Devin
hot.
Moon. Dude, what is EA gonna bring? What are these 8 games? What if you were gonna choose 8 games that are EA games? What
Yeah.
are you thinking? What do you
So I already
what would you
know
like to see the
I've
Switch? Oh
got the
yeah.
inside scoop. So heard it here first.
Oh
Nintendo
yeah.
show. I got it. My
This is
uncle,
why we
my
had you
uncle
on.
all talking at the family dinner, just be like, yo, this is what's going on.
This is the
I
deal.
really think we're gonna get some Mass Effect. I think we're gonna get some
Yes.
Mass Effect trilogy. It's just gonna be a port. I don't well, I hope they do a few little things to it, make it a little juicy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is like that was on an older system, so it should be able to run on this, no problem. I would love for them to put the trilogy out on the Switch. That would be so cool. So I'm hoping that. Game
I
arena. I love Dragon Age.
Dragon
I
Age would be
I
cool.
I hope that they bring some Dragon Age over because they totally could. So I could totally see them being like, hey, let's take some of these old games, let's throw them on there. We know people are gonna buy them, so let's put some of our good ones on there. I hope to see that.
Yeah, yeah, dude, totally. I think both of those would be great. I do think Mass Effect will probably be one of them. I wonder,
Sure.
it just seems so obvious, like it's a last generation port. It's definitely can fit in there
Yeah,
visually
dude.
and stuff. I don't know like what EA is planning with this trilogy, because it is rumored right now that that is the thing that's coming to all consoles. So I don't know if they're planning like, hey, we're doing an HD thing and it's a big deal or not, but we'll see what they're doing. But man, I really really think it'd be cool to see Mass Effect. Do you think Mass Effect 1 will be on there though? Is that an
Um,
Xbox game? I'm
that
confused
was an
about that.
Xbox exclusive, but remember they did the trilogy thing that I think came to PlayStation as well.
Wasn't that? Am I crazy? Was maybe they did this? No, because they didn't do it for PS4 yet. I thought the PS3 one was two games.
PS3, there was a no, I don't know,
I
but I
think
think
I thought the first
trilogy.
one was like
Oh shoot, dude,
I think it was like a
we gotta
trade.
figure
I
this
think
out.
it was like a trailer or something. It was like this is
Hmm.
what happened in episode one. Like this is what happened in Mass Effect one,
Oh,
and
you
then
are
and then it goes
completely right,
around
and
into two
it
and
was like
three.
almost like a comic book type
Yeah, like a comic
situation.
book thing.
That's
Yeah.
fine if they want to go ahead and do that. I'm okay with it.
I guess so. So Xbox would have the only fully Mass Effect trilogy. I guess they
Yeah,
already do. You could just play. You could just play those right now on Xbox.
yeah,
It's not.
exactly.
Yeah, so not a big deal for them. Another one that I would think would be cool is Garden Warfare. I think that'd be a great Nintendo
Yes.
game.
Oh, that'd be
That's
perfect.
very perfect for Nintendo, dude.
Have you
Yeah,
played those, Dev?
I have a little bit, and they're pretty fun.
Okay.
They're pretty enjoyable.
They are
I think
fantastic games.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think it
my
fits totally with them, like with Nintendo's like kitty kind of thing, but also it's nice to have shooters in there. I think it'd really sell really well. But
it would. My kids are super into it. I love playing it with them because it's like a shooter game that we can all play together that's age appropriate, you know. It's a
yeah,
good family fun.
yeah, man,
But that one could totally port the second or third one over, no problem.
yeah,
I'm sure of
for
it.
sure, yeah, for sure.
The other thing I would love to see, so like obviously like the Mass Effects and things like that. But I hope now, and I hope that they're not all just ports. I'm hoping that we actually get like a Star Wars game that's for the Switch from EA. I doubt
Yeah,
it,
dude.
but
No,
because if they're bringing the heat and they're ready to dive in on this, some Star Wars would sell. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have a
yeah,
Star Wars game for the Switch.
yeah. Star Wars for the Switch would be excellent. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, what are they gonna port? Because we're already getting all these old Xbox ones, not done by EA, but like from someone else. I mean, I wonder if EA even owns those. But yeah, it would be cool to see like the newest Jedi game, Jedi whatever.
Fallen
But I
Order?
don't Fallen Order, yeah. But I don't know if it would
I don't.
go.
It was all chuggy and messed up
That's
on
true.
even
It
on
was
PC
already chugged.
even.
Yeah,
And
that's
so I
true.
think it was. I think that game was a little bit rushed out, and so I don't
Yeah.
move a smooth to the Switch. Unfortunately, not quite yet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't think so either. So yeah, I don't know what the games would be. It'd be cool to see what they have in plans because I don't even know if Frostbite is running. Yeah, I don't think Frostbite is on Switch. So it's like
not
not
the
currently at
version
least.
that we know of. Yeah,
Yeah. So, because that's why they didn't do the soccer games or the FIFA games like that because it
right.
wasn't running on Frostbite, it was running on something else. So that's weird, like Unity or something. So
Yeah,
anyways, I don't know what EA is planning on, but I think those would be cool. I'd love to see Dead Space, of course. That's one of my favorite like horror games. Dead Space would be
yeah,
really cool. It's like all the games that in the 360 generation, I think is definitely where these ports are going to lie, but I don't know. Those
right.
that's my thoughts on that for sure. Dude, number 2, Switch sales, man. Switch sales.
Love them
Uh
Switch though.
Not like there's no sale for the Switch, sadly, but the
Never.
Switch has sold a lot, dude. Let me pull it up. Let me get some of this
All right,
pulled up here for you.
get some
Do,
of the
do.
juicy numbers.
Yeah, dude. Juiciest of numbers. Okay. So, all together, all told, let's talk about the hardware stuffs first. We got 55.77 million units sold worldwide. This is according to March recently. So they're doing great. This is on par with the Wii. We're on the same scale up there with the Wii right now as far as sales
Cool.
go. So it's looking really good for the Switch. especially since we've kind of had the last few months not very many Switches out in the wild. So that's pretty cool. But what's really impressive is the software stuff. So Mario Kart 8 is still holding the top spot as usual, 24.77 million units. And I have a
That's all
feeling
units.
that's a lot of units. I
Would you say
feel
G unit?
G unit. I'd say M unit.
No.
It is like, dude, it's like pretty impressive what they're doing with that game. I'm impressed. Every time I see it on the list, looking good. Good job, Mario Kart 8. I wonder if it's because there's a lot of bundles dealing with that game. I wonder if that's some of those Christmas bundles, if that's what's making it go higher than it is, or should be going, in my opinion. Number 2, Super Smash Brothers Ultimates, 18.84 million. Right after that, we got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with 17 million. Pokemon Odyssey is right next to it, both with the same amount, 17.41 million for both of those. Sword and Shield coming right on hot, baby. That bad boy is probably going to take both Mario and Breath of the Wild because it is at 17.37 million. So that is now the 4th highest selling Pokemon game. So good job,
Cool.
Sword and Shield, doing your thing.
Yep, you dropped off, dude. You went into the ether. No idea. Goodbye, Devin. Too good. Technical difficulties. Devin dropped off the face of the earth. If y'all all didn't know that, I can hear him. He's in my ear. Yes, let's get him added back in. There he is.
Hi. Holy weird. I don't even know what I was saying if anyone heard me last, but we were talking about Let's Go Pikachu, hopefully, and Let's Go Eevee and Animal Crossing. So both of them at March were the same amount. Here's the interesting thing. Animal Crossing in 11 days sold 11 million copies. So every day
that's gross.
It sold 1 million copies every day.
That's gross.
That is insane. Animal Crossing New Horizons is already over Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, according to recent reports, which is at 13 point something million. So it's already beating that game. It's likely, I bet, to beat Sword and Shield. Who knows? It might be better than Mario Kart. Who knows if it keeps up with those numbers? I don't know if it will, but we'll see. I don't know, like, if the hype will continue for this game, but we'll see. I don't know. But that's really good for them. That's insane. That's really cool. Splatoon 2 coming in at 8 at 10 million. Super Mario Party coming in at 10 again, and Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, sadly, coming in at number 10, 6 million. People loving it. People loving those games. So that's pretty impressive. I think 19 games or something like that are all 1 million and up sellers for the Nintendo Switch. So it's pretty crazy. The software is just outrageously high. It's way higher than the 3DS. So that's them numbers, man. That's all that junk. How do you feel about numbers, Trev? Numbers?
It's always fun. I like when they go up. Numbers when they go up are real fun. When they come down, it's real sad. So it's kind of like just, it's that roller coaster ride. But it is cool to see that the Switch is successful, that there's a lot of people buying stuff on the Switch. So obviously it's going to pull more developers to want to come and make games for it. And it might encourage them to eventually, hopefully, Switch 2 or Switch Pro or whatever. So, I think that's great. That's awesome. I always like to hear that they're doing well. But over the last couple of years, there's no sign. They're doing fantastic.
As a point of reference, this is Halo 3, 8.1 million copies sold. That's like cool. Xbox's highest selling game. One of them. So,
and Nintendo has multiple.
So if you got Animal Crossing in 11 days outsold Halo 3. Whole lifespan. Something to think about, huh? So that's pretty crazy. And Animal Crossing ain't the heavy hitter, but it's turning into that heavy hitter apparently. So that's really cool. Good job,
Very cool.
world. You've done it. Trev, that is the news. There's not much. Not much.
That's all right.
Very little.
It just means that the dam is about ready to break. We gonna get some info. That's
Yeah,
what
dude.
it
That's
means.
what it means. I mean, that's what it has to mean. Hopefully. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you, Mr. Miyamoto. You may leave the room, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's been good. Trev, 10 questions. First off, whose turn is it?
Oh,
I
I have
can't
no
remember.
idea.
10
I think
questions.
I guessed it. Yeah,
You
I
guessed it
guess it
last
was
time.
Mario Party.
Okay, so you're picking the game. So
Oh boy.
get a nice, be easy, but not too easy on me, you know?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Devin.
Already
This.
got one?
So we are playing 10 questions.
Yes.
10 questions. I've got the game.
He's got the game.
Devin's gonna ask some questions to try to find it. Some
Yep.
some yes/no questions. He has 10 opportunities, if you will, and we'll see. I'll be able to give him the year it's on, and let's get this party started. Dev,
Yeah,
you
man.
ready?
Let's do it,
Okay.
dude. Okay.
1997. This was on the Nintendo 64.
Okay, 1997, Nintendo 64. 64, I think, came in 96.
Okay.
So Mario 64 is out. Ocarina is out. Is this main? I think Ocarina is out. Maybe Ocarina is not out. Anyways, is this a main? Is this a Mario family of games? Is Mario chilling in here?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No, he's definitely not.
Let's see. Is it a Nintendo exclusive?
Yes, it is.
Nintendo exclusive game. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So Nintendo exclusive, no Mario's. Is there I don't want to waste my thing on that. It's a Nintendo exclusive. That's weird. Okay. Is there any donkeys in this game? Any Kong
No.
families? Okay.
No Kongs.
Oh, okay, no Kongs. Maybe I should. Is this a platformer?
No.
No. Okay. Is it an action adventure game?
It is. It is an action game.
It's an action game. Okay. Interesting. And it was an exclusive action game for the Nintendo 64. I assume it was 3D because I can't think of a lot of 2D games during this.
I don't know if you can ask that question.
What?
You
What?
can ask it.
Should I ask it? Are you trying to make me waste something? I'm just saying.
Probably.
Is it? So it's an action game, Nintendo exclusive. I'm dying, people. I'm dying right here. Nintendo 64. 1997, Trav, dude. I don't know, man. This is boggling my mind. Action games.
You know what it is, though.
I do.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no. Okay. So I said, is there any dude, I don't know. Is this a Zelda series game? Is there any Zelda?
Hope you're at 6 questions asked.
6
4
questions
left, my friend.
Oh, dude, I'm dying. Okay. I'm just not feeling it on this one. I know the game though. Action game. Is it done by Rare?
It is.
Oh, okay. It's 007.
3 left.
Is this a James Bond game?
Nope.
No?
No.
A Rare game. 1997. Jet Force Gemini. Blast Corps. How do I narrow this crap down?
You only have 1 question, then you got to guess. I have
only one question and guess it. Oh no!
Yeah, you got 2 questions left, so that means
okay.
One of those questions has to be
okay. Rare, 1997. Dang it! Is it? Are there any vehicles in this game?
There are.
Okay,
Okay, this is your
it's an
Hail
action
Mary,
game.
dude.
It's an action game with vehicles. 1997. Is this Blast
Rare.
Corps?
It is, dude.
Yes! Woohoo!
Way to go.
Yeah, dude, got there.
Came through, buddy.
Oh, dude, that was intense. I
That
really
was.
was feeling the heat with the action thing. I couldn't figure it out. Blast Corps, though.
Way to
That's a
go.
good one.
I don't know. I haven't thought of that
I mean,
game. And
yeah,
it's been forever since I've played it. So I was like hurrying reading like the Wikipedia page. I'm like, what do you even do in this game?
yeah. You're like, is Mario
Yeah,
in this?
break stuff,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
and vehicles and
That's it.
robots and
Yeah,
crap. Like pretty
yeah.
neat. Pretty
Yeah,
cool
you're
game.
basically blowing things up with the biggest explosion. Had that game as a kid, and I don't like. I didn't love it as a kid. I don't. I was always like, "What am I doing? I'm just blowing things up."
Yeah.
Anyways, but
Interesting.
people, I think people really love that game. Me, I thought it was okay at the time, but maybe if I came back to it, I'd be like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Anyways, Blast Corps, dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That was fun. Good job. You did it.
Let's see. Do okay. Trev, let's do Console Wars ninth generation first. 5 minutes
Ooh.
of beautiful action, a beautiful talking. 1 sec. Let me get my timer out here first.
Oh, is this new consoles? New console talk? Is that what ninth gen is? Are we in the ninth gen?
We're in the ninth gen. I thought it was 8, but apparently we're in the ninth, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Okay.
Charge for this.
Okay, get ready. Get your talkies
5 minutes, right?
5 minutes. So let me introduce it, I guess. Console Wars, the ninth generation, is a segment in which me and Trev get to just talk about other things than Nintendo for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, that's it. We're not going to give any more. We're not going to give any more love to those two. They don't deserve it. You understand me? They do not deserve it. So 5 minutes, that's what they're going to get. Trev, we're going to talk just about that Xbox, baby. We're going to talk about that Xbox conference that came out recently. And let's get into it.
Okay, start it. Primer.
Okay, here it is. So
this sucked. I didn't like that conference. Yeah. I mean, all right. Okay, got some things got to say. Obviously, they were hyping up gameplay. Like, you're gonna see next gen gameplay, especially when it came to Assassin's Creed. So I was hyped, and they were showing off these games. I think I saw like a robot penis or something weird.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What was that about?
Like, there was some weird games on that.
Weird stuff.
You know, there was some stuff that looked cool, but nothing that looked like huge, crazy advancement in technology or anything like that, which makes me wonder. Dude, it makes me wonder, like, to see a graphic, or is it all going to be under the hood, like loading? But we got to Assassin's Creed, and I'm like, all right, let's see this thing in action. And it was like a cinematic, almost kind of. It wasn't a lot of gameplay, and so that was slightly disappointing. So I wanted to see them dive into it, man. Because like, if there's an Assassin's Creed game I'm excited about, it's this one, Devin. I love Vikings, and the new style of gameplay that they've came up with since Origins has been just
it's been so good. So I don't know, like Odyssey especially was really good. Like, it was really, really good. So I don't know, like I'm really excited about this, but like what it was showing, not so excited about it. Not so excited about any of it. Like,
I know.
Like what you said, like I saw some guy, what was the guy that showed off the Xbox One X at the beginning? I saw a video that he did on YouTube. He was saying that it's like Austin Evans or something. Anyways, like he was saying that the generational leaps are not as big as they used to be. It's like 8 times as big, but it used to be like 10 or even more times as big. That's when from PS2 to, your PS3 was a huge upgrade. And from 64, from, the other one, also a huge upgrade. So like, it's kind of, my worry also is that we are going to get a lot of performance and less visual fidelity. But then when you see games like Hellblade on that one thing, if it wasn't a lie, if it wasn't a commercial, hopefully not, then I have some hope for it. But again, when I saw all these games, all of them, I was like, yeah, these look like the first one looked cool. Like the the samurai first-person shooter game.
Sure.
It looked almost like Crysis-y. It
Yeah,
looked
and it looked
close.
everything looked real like a lot of bloom effects and a lot of
Yeah,
lighting, and it looked really
yeah,
cool. But
yeah,
then we find out it's made by one dude, and so it's
yeah,
probably not a
exactly.
very
So
deep
not
game. Like
exactly. Yeah,
so
that's my
it's almost more
worry,
like a
dude.
tech demo. And so well, here's my thing. I think they wanted to get this out,
Yeah,
throw out some of the second tier type games,
yeah,
and then except I think they kind of misstep there. But
yeah.
then what was it, July they're
July.
gonna have
Yeah,
all their first party stuff, so we're gonna be seeing the new Halo. Hopefully we get like a Fable.
yeah,
There's gonna be some Forza, like there's gonna be some pretty cool
yeah.
stuff. So
Perfect Dark.
I
That'd be
like,
cool to see a new
oh
Perfect
yeah,
Dark.
right,
If there's something
sure,
like that. I think, and the other thing I've heard is that they had too much stuff
yeah,
in the big conference that they wanted to show these guys, but they just kind of announced it poorly, saying, "Oh, here's all the third parties." I've heard even that there are third parties in this first party conference in July. Like, but the heavy hitters, the ones that you and I were talking about last time,
sure,
instead of
yeah,
these like little guys. Um,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, again, it's just, and even like the games they chose, so dramatic and gory and depressing and like
It like it was
miserable.
all just like I just wanted like,
Yeah,
and then like it's just so funny how like it start is to a lot of Nintendo stuff, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Like
It
it
is.
was like
Yeah,
I was like, bro, you guys like I feel like they're like I don't know, trying too hard a little bit.
yeah. It's
But there were some things on there. There was like one where there's like a cool looking beach. Do you remember
yeah,
that one? Can't
yeah,
remember what that one
yeah,
was
yeah,
called, but
yeah.
looked dope.
Yeah, a lot of it though just reminded me of like BioShocks and kind of like miserable stuff. But there were like, not that they didn't look cool, they just kind of looked,
Sure.
they all look the same. If I was going to make this conference, I'd be like, okay, what's a variety of games that we could show everyone, rather than like, here's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
space thing that's gloomy, and here's another thing that's like, here's cyberpunk again, you know. But
Hmm.
yeah, again, like there was some cool stuff. I would like to see more gameplay. Like you said, gameplay was totally missing. That's what everyone's saying. I don't know,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, I want to see them new graphics.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited
want
for,
to I want to see the new pretty, you know, like
show
show it
me,
to me.
show me.
Nothing
Yeah,
that couldn't be a current stuff. And so
yeah,
there's the
dude,
time, but man,
dude.
I can't wait for some actual stuff, bro, coming
I
from
know.
PlayStation and Xbox. Bring it. I want to
Yeah,
hear it. I want to see it. I want to experience it, especially with new, a reason to buy one. Like
yeah.
show me something cool.
That
And I think we
that
will.
that's the thing. I need to see a reason. Give me a reason. Like when I saw this, I thought, and the other thing before, sorry, last thing is that there was like, they had that label on everything that it goes to both systems, and almost all the games were both systems, which
Yeah.
makes you think, okay, well, why am I buying this system? What am I
Yeah.
buying this system for?
And that's where like I think like soon they need to get out there and actually show like this
Yeah,
is the reason why that you don't want to play these games on that old nasty system, even the X. Like you
yeah,
want to come over to the Series X, you know. And so
yeah,
I
exactly.
can't wait to see some stuff there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was the 5.5 minute
5.5. Hey, listen, we're trying our best
Gen
here.
talk.
Okay. Console Wars Ninth Generation is done. Trev, it is time
Mm.
for Nintendo Fight.
Ooh, oh, okay, wait. You ready for this?
I'm not.
Okay,
What do you
give it a
got?
second.
Oh,
Oh man, just wait a second. Just
visual
wait a
effects.
second.
Visual effect.
Just
He's
wait a
putting up a screen. Have you prepared a
Okay.
presentation? I cannot compete with this. Oh, baby. I like it.
All right. If
Nice.
you're just listening to the podcast, I don't know if we're going to put this in or not, but
Yeah.
we have an image, and it's a battle to the death between two very
Two icons.
popular characters.
Yes,
Two
two
I
icons.
talking about Nintendo Fight. This is what we're
Yeah,
talking
dude.
about, dude. And so we're going to be bringing it in hot.
Mm,
Devin, let's kick
dude.
this thing off, dude.
Okay, man. So in one corner, I give you the green bean machine. Yoshi himself is coming in with
Mm,
Yoshi's Island, or you can say Mario 2, blah, blah, blah. But Yoshi's
Super
Island,
Mario
you
World,
all
yeah.
know. Yeah, you get the idea. Yes, Yoshi's Island coming in hot on that side. On the other side of the ring, DK, Donkey Kong himself, Donkey
Ooh,
Kong Country, number one. The first game, not number 2. Screw you, Diddy. We know you think you're better, but we think Donkey Kong's better. So Donkey Kong Country coming in to show
Mm.
his prowess, to see if he can compete with an obscure but one of the greatest Mario games, Yoshi's Island. Who will
Oh, yeah.
win in gameplay, in visuals, in story? Dude, and in sound, we'll see. Each round, we're going to start it off. We'll see. Trev will go, I will go, and we'll see who is the best of the best. Trev?
Absolutely.
Dude?
Hey, are you ready
Go
to do
for
this,
it, man.
Dev?
I'm ready for
All
this as
right.
much as it can be. I got a big battle.
All right.
Oh, so Trev is doing Yoshi's Island. I got the Donkey Kong. I got Donkey Kong Country. So Trev, oh my dude. Trev is just presenting, dude. He's got visuals up the wazoo.
As we talk about this game, and don't worry, Devin, I got your back too. I got some video for you as well.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about one of my personal favorites. I love this game so freaking much. It's glorious. It's beautiful. It is Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo. Now, the reason why I'm fighting for this game and that I want it to, this goes against everything video games were going. Okay, during this time, Devin, things are starting to get more advanced. Everybody was starting to try to get into more realistic, and they're trying to go with the pre-rendered stuff, like, for instance, a Donkey Kong Country. All right,
dude, don't do me dirty.
I know. But the thing is, that was like the big thing. Like,
yeah,
seriously, like everybody was like starting to go that direction. So it was cool. It looked cool.
Yeah.
And so, and I, no, nothing against it, but Nintendo. So, all right, a little storytelling. All right, I did some research. Okay. Miyamoto worked on this game. Okay, our boy Miyamoto, and to Nintendo, and it was Super Nintendo or Super Mario World style graphics. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's like, this is what I want to do. And they rejected it. They said no. Really? They're like, we want something with better graphics. This is what we want to be done. And so they made a big focus. They're like, hey, he went back to his team and they didn't want to do it. So they're like, you know what? We're going to push the opposite direction. And so they came up with this very hand-drawn, just beautiful, just almost kind of painterly look. Like, it just looks so different from games at the time. And they knew games of the Super Nintendo life that be the last Super Mario game for Super Nintendo. And they knew what was coming up. They knew the Nintendo 64 was coming, and this is going to be one of the best labs of its era. Something to think about too, Devin. But the gap between this game and what do you think the next 2D
Mario game? Sorry, cut out.
Yeah, 2D Mario game. What after this?
After this? Mm-hmm. Is it really like Wii? Is it that far?
It's God. New Super Mario Brothers Wii. So there was a 14-year gap, Devin.
That's crazy.
So like a 14-year gap between 2D Nintendo or Super Mario platforming games, which is just crazy. Okay. So first of all, I love this just because of that, because they all the punches they had to they just had to really just give it everything. And then Nintendo did support them and their team and decided, all right, let's do this. Let's dive in. So I want to dive in a couple things here. First, I want to dive into the story. Okay.
Story.
Because like with a lot of Mario games, there's not a lot of story. It's real basic. Yeah. And with the story in this game, it's basically baby Mario and baby Luigi. And in the story, it does say that they're twins. I didn't know that. I thought they were like big and small. No, they're twins, supposedly. So this is lore.
Okay.
And Kamek comes flying by and hits him. And all right. And baby Luigi, and he gets taken to baby Bowser and is held hostage, basically kidnapped, and amongst a bunch of Yoshis. Okay, a bunch of Yoshi. Is that the plural?
Yeah,
the Yoshi.
The Yoshi.
Yes, the Yoshi. And the Yoshis had to make a decision, a real tough decision, Devin. Had to decide: do we help this baby or do we just let him die? Except for it didn't say that in the story. This is kind of some fan fiction I got going on.
Fan fiction, very nice. Yeah, I like it.
But the Yoshis had to decide: hey, do we take this treacherous path, help and return them to that they're supposed to be delivered to? So that's essentially the story. And that's the way that it kicks off. And I find it so interesting that they're introducing a baby character, Mario. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, let's just get one thing straight.
Yeah.
The crying baby sound is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
It is horrendous. But exactly. But I think it works to the benefit of the game because you want to go save that stupid little baby as quick as you can because of that crying. Like, because you're just like, I gotta shut it up. I remember as a kid just being like, oh my gosh, I have little brothers and sisters that make this stupid noise. I don't need to hear my video games. Get out of here. Anyways, that's a story game. Gameplay wise.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Nintendo, they know how to develop a platformer that just has some weight to it, like your interactions with the environment, that it's not just this floaty mess when it comes to platforming. It is spectacular. The gameplay is completely smooth, doesn't hitch up. I love that a lot of the things they introduce in this game is what Yoshi took going forward for whether for future Yoshi games, all that from this game essentially are able to eat enemies, put them into eggs, and then shoot them, and be able to move that reticle up and down, and then shoot them, and solve puzzles and fight enemies, and that is something that's in future games. Also, Devin, like this is where his flutter jump, his jump where he kicks his legs and he does that little weird flutter jump thing, that was established. So cool. You're like, whoa, Yoshi's dope. I don't know how he's doing this, but this is really cool. The other thing is a very cool mechanic. Time Devin had a life system like Donkey Kong Country. You don't know. You know, you have hearts, you have life, whatever. This, they introduced such a unique death mechanic that, like, you get hit and little baby Mario goes into a bubble. He's floating around, he's doing his thing, right? And you have a countdown timer to go save that fool. And each time that you get hit, that timer goes down slower and slower, or faster and faster. It just was a different style of game that I have so much respect for, that they weren't just going to be like, okay, you have 2 hits and then you're done, you start over again. Because we saw hundreds of games like that at this point.
Doing that.
So proud of them. I think that is so cool, and they just kind of really established this amazing game that just felt good. Not to mention the Baby Bowser boss fight at the end was so good and fun and just good. But the thing is that I loved about it was the music, Devin.
Okay.
The music, especially in that Bowser fight, it's like rock style, like islandy music box, soft kind of cool. Like I loved it. It was so rad. I am in love with this music. It was done by Koji Khan. And it was honestly one of the best soundtracks for Super Nintendo. Just the actual into the game was incredible. Not to mention that it just had like this charm that would just whisk you into a lullaby. Like I think it added so much to the gameplay that the teams worked well together. That they weren't fighting against each other when it came. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is graphics, Devin.
Okay.
That hand-drawn look.
Okay.
It's like a polished gem, dude. This thing was like just polished up.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks really good.
So happy, and then years later, like freaking forever later, and it just still just blows our minds the way that it was done and the way it looked, and the fact that it went against the trend at the time. That they were confident in their abilities to make something that was timeless and would last forever. They made something just beautiful. Like, it is a beautiful... Very replayable. Right here, we're looking in the video. Like, the difficulty was on you. Like, you could go through it with a breeze, or you could be like, hey, I'm going to push myself. I'm going to get all the red coins. I'm going to get all the flowers. I'm going to get, so it's just... There was more to bring you back to, like, try harder and explore areas of each map and level. So anyways, that's why Yoshi's Island is going to win this.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right. There's confidence going on here. There's confidence.
I don't have a doubt.
I like it. Listen, I like it. Let's settle it down.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let me cue you up here, dude.
Cue me up, dude. Give me that. Give me that action. Dude,
here
thanks
we go.
For videos. That's nice. giving me some background. That's sweet of you.
Man.
Okay.
Anytime. The floor is yours, Devin.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, may I present to you Donkey Kong Country, an ape made a. Okay, so Donkey Kong Country came out in 1994. This is a year before Yoshi's Island. Yeah,
Sorry.
Yoshi's Island. No, you're good. You got the cat, dude. That's cool. So Yoshi's Island, beautiful game. Let's talk about what's become a story. There's not much story in Donkey Kong games. There's not much story in Yoshi games, as you said. So on a stormy night, Donkey Kong assigns Diddy to guard his hoard of bananas as part of Diddy's hero training. Listen, they got hero training going on here. Diddy's got to do his duty, and it promises to relieve him of his duty at midnight. Later that night, Kremlings overpower Diddy, seal him in a barrel, and steal all of the bananas, leaving a trail of bananas behind them. The next morning, DK wakes up and realizes he forgot to relieve Diddy. Come on, classic. Cranky Kong begins to deride him, and DK resolves to find Diddy, and the two Kongs set off to rescue their bananas from the Kremlings. So that's the story, and that's why there's bananas everywhere. Can you explain to me why the stars are all over the place? Can you tell me how that deals with anything with your game? What's up with all this weird, random crap that has nothing to do with anything? No, the story is fine. It's nothing. It's a vehicle to get them from one place to the next, and that's about it. I'm not going to fight on story. I think to me, they're essentially the same. I guess you get Yoshi in yours, but we also get a brand new character with Donkey Kong. We get a brand new character with Diddy Kong. Both, I think, are pretty recognizable. I think, pretty up there with Yoshi. I wonder if people even know Donkey over Yoshi. I don't know, maybe close. It's probably really close. But yeah, I think as far as if we're bringing in recognizable characters, both of these characters are very recognizable. Let's get into visuals, though. This game, looking at it right now, it's not as ugly as you would think it would be. It's actually a pretty cool looking game. It has a very cool claymation kind of faux 3D look. Like you said, yes, this is a popular thing that was going on. You got Clay Fighter, you got Mortal Kombat. A lot of people were going for a realistic look during this time. However, I do think games like Donkey Kong made it so the SNES could go further and compete with things like the PlayStation because they had 3D visuals that PlayStation was doing on their own thing. But Nintendo could be like, hey, PlayStation, I know you got 3D, or Sega, whatever, but dude, check out what we still have on our old system. We are putting out 3D games for you guys, and you already own this. You don't need a 3D system. You already have one with the SNES. And games like Donkey Kong and all the sequels, 2 and 3. 3 was right when the 64 came out in 1996. These games held that feel. People weren't interested in your 2D games, Trev. We were out, bro. We were out.
You're right.
Dude, we were out of that style. And to be honest, when I look at these two games right next to each other, far away from this, the map loading thing, not as pretty. And the artistic painterly look is really cool and all, but I think it holds up. It still looks kind of cool. It's a very nostalgic look. And in my opinion, I enjoy it quite a bit. As far as gameplay goes, dude, Donkey Kong, in my opinion, is it's a harder game, I think, than Yoshi's Island. I think Yoshi's Island is a little more childish. I do not think it's a child's game. Yoshi Island is actually a Yoshi's game where you're like, okay, there is some level of difficulty here. There is falling that you can actually die on and stuff. But we're watching a minecart thing right now, and I'm like, that is really hard. A lot of these things are actually a lot more difficult. And I think, to me, it doesn't mean that a great platformer is difficult, but it's about the amount of difficulty needs to be right. And I feel like Yoshi's might be a little a little too easy, like a little too easy of a platformer. Just barely, just a little. You know why? Because that stupid mechanic, that mechanic that you think is cool, which it is fine.
Which one?
The bubble mechanic.
Oh yeah, dude, like it's awesome. Like it is such a different take.
Tell me that tell me it's good in all the other Mario games. It's so annoying.
Well, yeah, dude,
it's so annoying in all the other Mario.
What, the bubble? You
mean
in the new Super Mario Brothers thing?
Yeah,
oh, that's fine, dude. It's different. Like this is different. You're playing by yourself, Devin. Nah, you're playing by yourself. That's fantastic.
Dude.
Nope, it was really good. I thought it was such a cool, unique take that it wasn't just the stupid, like, okay, you get 2 lives, 3 lives. Dude, it was different. And then you're like, oh crap, little Mario's floating away. I gotta go chase him down real quick or throw an egg at him or something.
We got that too, though. We got that too. We got my 2 boys playing. We got Diddy and Donkey playing, and they just go into a barrel, and you just find them again.
Yeah,
it's just, we have a very similar.
Boring.
No, it's the same as.
Tell me how they got in the barrel, Devin. How does that happen?
The Kremlins, dude. I can't get the story. The Kremlins put him in the barrel, dude. That's what I'm saying is it's a very similar mechanic. They're both, and may I add, a similar mechanic that Donkey Kong did before Yoshi's Island by a year.
It's not the same. It's not the same because it's like
you die and you find the character again.
No, it's like your extra.
It's your extra life? Yeah, dude. It's the same as yours.
No.
It's
not the same. No, it's not an extra life. It's like further and further the more that you get hit. And so it's not this always, there's like Donkey's always sitting there in the barrel.
My other problem with the bubble, just last problem with the bubble. Last problem with the bubble is
bring it.
I feel like it makes the gameplay too focused on the bubble. You're not enjoying the world enough. You get hit too much. You always are going back, and you're always worried about the little guy.
If you're not good, Devin, why are you always getting hit?
I'm just saying, it's if you're a kid and you keep getting hit, all you're doing is following that bubble backwards. It's a lot of backtracking. Just saying, it's a lot of backtracking. I don't know. As far as gameplay though, Donkey Kong I think has solid gameplay. I think obviously it's right up there with Mario. I would say it's probably obviously it's not as good as Mario, but I don't think Yoshi Island is as good as Mario either. In my opinion.
No.
But it is close. I think if I was going to compare gameplay as far as platforming goes, I do think that these guys are really close. Really close.
Okay.
In my opinion, really close. As far as music, this is my guy. This is mine. This is mine, dude. You give the crown you give it to Donkey Kong. The music is so original for its time.
It is.
There's not a lot of there's not a lot that sound like this game. Not a lot that sound like this game.
As much as the sound of the music in Yoshi, like the music in this was so good, and then the underwater levels had like this just different sound that was so good.
Yeah. So this is
done
done by
in the podcast, Dev, because it is so
both. Yeah, David Wise did the music. He does the things for I think he did banjo and all those. He had a lot of rare games. Dude, the guy's got talent. Has a very happy kind of almost like reggae jungle kind of sound. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's really cool. And you didn't have a lot like that sound. And then in my opinion, Yoshi's Island is Yoshi for me is not always the best music. And almost in a lot of the games, I'm like, I can do. It's too lullaby. It's too sleepy. And this one is more energetic. And I think it fits with what we're playing, you know. And so
I think it fits with the gameplay.
Yeah. So for me, I don't know, dude. So these are both great games. Let's go for round 1. Let's go for story. Who's gonna give it? Who are we gonna give it to?
Dude, they're both like. Awesome. Have very little to them. That they're twins. That the Mario Brothers are twins.
I mean, that's
a big deal, dude.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
You're learning some lore right there. We're getting the origin story of Mario and Luigi here.
That's true.
We got to their parents, man. Like I don't know. That
so
like besides. Like in Donkey Kong Country, just like you have these bad homies show up and then go fire them off my island.
But I'm like,
it's stupid.
Isn't that the same? Mario just no,
because like they were getting delivered, and then the store drops them,
Yeah.
and then the
There's
freaking
more to it.
come
There's more to it.
together,
Yeah.
one nation under Yoshi, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
No, you're right. You're right. You're
they
right.
both
There's
suck,
more to
but
it.
I'm gonna
They
say
both
like
suck,
I
but
think
there's
that there
more
is
to
a little
Yoshi
bit more.
Island. Just bit.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Yoshi Island gets round 1. Trev, fight for visuals round 2. Who are we gonna give it to? Looking at both of these games, like,
think, Evan.
you gonna pull those bad boys up? Are you gonna do a duel?
But let's go ahead. Let's back up on the screen. All right. Be talking about graphics then, you said, right?
Yeah. So visuals. What
Visuals. They're so beautiful in their own unique different ways. Like they both look really cool, really neat. That it's really hard, but like when I look, it puts a smile on my face. And I love Donkey Kong. That's probably play that more than Yoshi's.
Yeah.
And my
yeah.
sister would kill me by saying that I would rather have Yoshi go through on this.
Yeah.
But I do feel like there's a little bit of like a weird plasticky look to Donkey Kong off and seems weird. I think Yoshi, just that art style just really holds up and is just so charming, dude. I just don't know.
So, I mean, to be honest, if I'm looking at Yoshi as a game nowadays, I do think it looks better than
Sure.
Donkey Kong at its time. Well, when you
Yeah.
look at Donkey Kong now. So
Yeah.
I do think it does visually hold up longer. And so maybe that's what we should give it to rather than the nostalgic feeling of that game. Because I really do love the nostalgic look of it. But again, I do appreciate
like each person's preference because like I look at Yoshi and I have more nostalgia for that when I look at it.
Really?
So
Yeah.
it's so I mean like that's all just up to interpretation.
That's
but
true. That's true. That's a good point.
I do think that it was like Donkey Kong looked really cool and it has this cool look and it has a soft place in my it doesn't look as good.
Yeah,
It looked like it's trying to be something that it can't. It's trying to be this 3D game that they just couldn't make happen. Where with you, the limitations of the hardware, painted a beautiful picture with it.
Yeah, and dude, and just like thinking, dude, the boss battle with Baby Bowser,
or he's in the background and
in the background. Yeah, that alone is an artistic like cherry, baby. That's an artistic cherry.
And with the music at that time, the music game because it's
you're right, dude. Visuals go to Yoshi's Island. I do believe, sir, we are getting to a beatdown of Donkey Kong Country right now. Let's see how gameplay goes.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't either. I tried. I'm trying for this guy. I fought hard. I talked about this bubble. We're gonna see how gameplay goes. Round 3 is gameplay. Do we think
I'm gonna say
Country or Yoshi?
Kong.
Do you think Donkey Kong Country?
I love the gameplay. Don't get me wrong. In Yoshi, it's so good, and they added some very unique mechanics that I thought were awesome. But just the straight up platforming, dude, in Donkey Kong is on point, and you have to be so good. And like, there's those moments that you have to, like roll off the cliff and then jump, like you know, like get this extra leap, and it's very precise and the minecart levels, like where you're in the cart and you're having to do the weird jumps, and it is so fun that I just remember passing the controller back and forth with my sister over and over, trying to be like just hammering our head.
That's another thing is you kind of had multiplayer a little bit with this. I mean, it wasn't quite, you know, it was the half 5 kind of thing. One person,
but it wasn't like, okay, you got to wait till Mario dies and then you can play Luigi. No, it was like we would get to a spot where I was playing Donkey Kong, my sister would be playing Diddy, and I'd be like, "Hey, Diddy has a better jump, like more nimble, like you know." And so we would like, "Hey, slap hands, boom." Or she would get to a part that she's like, "Oh, Trev, I can't do this." I'm like, "Hey, slap it, I got this," you know. And I it's like pass the controller without actually passing the controller, just passing the actual control of that. That particular time, cool, like that made it this game, even though you're not playing at the same time, but you kind of are.
I'm kind of like I'm with dude. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm pretty close on the Donkey Kong thing. I think it might be. I wonder if it's too hard. I think they got better. I think gameplay got better with Donkey Kong. I think the first one, maybe it was a little too not tuned in enough to me. But I feel
Okay,
like compared to Yoshi's Island, though, it's really close to me.
it
So I
is.
don't know. I would be willing to go either way, but I'm fine with going Donkey Kong on this one. That's fine with
I
me.
think
However, we might get a weird tie situation here,
then
and
I don't know.
then
I haven't planned for this, Devin.
we did a plan for this. We didn't plan for this. We don't know what to do.
We flip a coin. All right.
It's okay. So that's gameplay. Going to Donkey Kong for now. Timidly from me for now. We'll see how it goes. Round 4, sound. Trev. I mean, I think we both agree that Donkey Kong is on this one,
Takes it.
right? It has to. I mean, it's very, very much in my head. I remember a lot of music from Donkey Kong, dude. Yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That alone, that song alone, it's everything that
No, it's so good.
yeah,
Like
dude, so good.
it has to
So
go there.
good.
Yes,
So
it
good.
wins it. Sorry, I
It
just had to
wins.
do it in my head, and I.
No, dude, it's so good. I love
Okay,
it.
so we're
I
in a
love
tie
it.
situation, Dev. What do we do? What do we do?
How could we, like, what is it? So, what does your heart feel? We're in a tied situation. What is your heart telling you right now?
My heart is telling me Yoshi because it like the background of lends itself to just like this cool story of this amazing game that people fighting against like the friggin' Miyamoto, just like we're going at it, dude.
I mean, that's
And
great. It's great. It's great. But
it's fantastic.
I'm thinking of something here now, Trev. Like my
Hmm.
heartstrings were going to Yoshi Island. They were. But then
Oh,
something
no.
came to my mind. I look at these four rounds, and we gave a gameplay, which in my opinion is more important than visuals, and we gave a game music, which in my opinion is more important than story. Especially on this one, because when there's
So are
story,
we going to be weighting these differently then? Is that what we're doing then, Dev? Is
well,
that what you're
don't you
trying to say? Is like
are
gameplay
you
gets 2
saying
points?
are you saying to me that visuals are more important? Are you telling me that when you're comparing Halo, like anything, I'm just like gameplay is more important than visuals? Yes, it is a
I,
video game.
well, okay, maybe not. I don't know, man. It's like it's about.
Or
So,
are
for
we saying
instance,
the
I
gameplay was wrong? Are we saying the
personally, I
gameplay
would
is
say
wrong?
I no, the gameplay is great, but I would say like story for me is number one. Like it could be an amazing story, and the gameplay is like, and I will love that game.
But the
And
story's
and
not good in this game.
I
But
know
the
I'm not talking
story's
about
not.
that. Like in future, when we're talking about this stuff. All
Oh
right.
yeah, no, I
Um,
agree. I agree because there's games like Last of Us, which wouldn't be on. Is it? No, it wouldn't be because it's Nintendo.
sure.
But the games like that are story heavy, then I
Yeah.
totally agree. But this one, I can't say,
Hey,
hey, the
Cameron
story's
in the
completely
chat
better.
says story is more important than music.
That's true. That's maybe
Mm.
true. I don't know. In
You know
my
what?
opinion,
I agree.
platformers not.
Dude,
I
yeah,
don't think they're
Cameron's right.
platformers.
It adds to story. Like it's like they're almost like married, dude. Like story and music, they're spinning some webs, dude. And then wait, we gave visual to Yoshi, right?
Yeah, we gave visuals that, but my thing is music adds to story. I think
Yeah,
music. I think
story's better in Yoshi.
no. It,
All right,
dude.
let's take this to the
Hold
Facebook
on.
chat, and we got Cameron. Cameron, which one goes through, bro? You tell
Cameron,
us.
dude.
You're the
Cameron, dude.
tiebreaker. No,
Cameron, bro.
mm-mm.
Listen to me.
Cameron.
I don't know you very well, but listen to me, Cameron. I know he's got a bald head and a beautiful beard, but
He
all I
doesn't have
gotta
a
say,
ball. Oh, you talking about me? I was like,
yeah, dude,
Cameron
like
has a beautiful head of hair.
yeah, I'm sure he
I'm like,
does. I'm
how
not saying
dare
that.
you insult
I
the
would
man?
never insult Cameron. I
Cameron,
would never, Cameron, dude,
Cameron, do you hear this man? He's
Cameron. I would never
insulting you.
insult gameplay. Let me just say that gameplay in a platformer is more important. Gameplay and sound is more important in a platformer than story. The only game that I can say that story is better in a platformer is Celeste. That is the only game.
Mm. And we're not getting any response from my boy. We're gonna
Cameron's
have to
dead.
do this ourselves. We're gonna have
Okay.
to fight each other. Devin, I think you're right. Like the
But my
gameplay
heart,
really is
dude, but my
fantastic.
heart goes to Yoshi's Island. But when I'm looking at it from what we designated, It goes to Donkey Kong Country.
I think that we really messed up making it 4 categories.
Done 5.
All right, dude. So I'm in
Thank
love with Donkey Kong Country as much as I've been fighting for Yoshi.
Dude, but
He
I don't
says, by
know,
the way, his
man.
hair is gorgeous.
I
I
know.
agree, Cameron. Way to go. I think it's gonna be Donkey Kong.
Cameron, you were the
It really
tiebreaker,
is.
man.
Oh, he says Yoshi.
Okay, Yoshi
Take
wins.
back
There it
the
is.
last
Cameron,
5 minutes
thank
of
you,
what I
bro.
just said. Okay,
Throw that out.
tiebreaker. See, this is what
Tiebreaker,
happens
Cameron.
when you
Dude,
join.
thank you. Hey, if you join us on Facebook Live, there it is, man.
All right, Yoshi through.
Dude, Yoshi threw.
Cameron
I'm
by
fine
a
with that.
hair.
Dude, that's fine with me. I wanted to give it. My heart wanted to give Yoshi this, so I'm down with it. Dude, Cameron, thanks, man, for helping us out with that one. That was a
Oh man, 'cause that was a struggle.
that was
We got to figure
confounding.
out something. We got to figure something out there. That was no bueno, man.
I mean,
That's
maybe
hard.
we do take.
Can't
Maybe
end on
we
a
do
tie.
take it. Well, maybe we do take it to the lives. You know, maybe that's how it has to go.
Maybe. And my background now goes to Yoshi tickling my ear.
Oh! Yeah. Trev has Yoshi's tongue in his ear, everybody.
Yeah.
All the listeners, you're missing out on some good
Dude,
stuff.
this is why I vote for him. He gets that wax, dude.
Yeah, dude, go in. Okay, man.
Yeah, you know what? Cameron brings up a good point too. Graphics were amazing for the time.
They were.
But Yoshi graphics just
they hold up.
Right now, us ranking them against each other right now, it really does stand.
They do, man. I agree. Okay.
Another one down.
Oh, dude. I don't want another one like I hope the next one is a little smoother, you know, a little easier.
A little less confrontational is what you might be.
Yeah.
Oh,
I felt a lot of tension in that, you know? Woo.
I know, man.
Breaking apart, splitting two brothers. It's hard stuff. Trev,
it is hard
let's get into fan questions, huh? Let's get into that fan question action.
Let's do it.
Ben asks, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake has been announced, but sadly, it has not been announced for the Switch. Do you expect we will see the game coming to the Switch? Do you think we will see? So this game is being ported by the guys that did Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, and the guys that also did, and they did the racing Crash Bandicoot as well. So in my opinion, I could see a world in which, so both of those games came out a year before on the PlayStation and the Xbox. I can see a world in which we see Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered coming to Switch maybe a year from now.
I would love that.
Yeah,
like those are like when it was good, dude. Like those is when T-Hawk knows what's up. It was so fun. Yeah, and the soundtracks were phenomenal. I would love to, I actually have not gone back to those games, so I don't know how well they hold up.
That's true.
Very fond memories of them. And I would love to experience them again, but I could totally see them coming like as some kind of port. Like, why not?
Did you watch the trailer at all? Did you see the newness that came out? Oh, dude, it looks really good. It's a good.
Does it really?
Yeah, it looks really good. We should put
so are they doing some goodies? Are they adding some extra oomph?
They're adding a little bit of they're adding a little bit of action into that. So it's the 1 and 2, but it's actually a real remake. It looks really good. Like it looks legit. And they actually got the old skaters. So they got all the old skaters and they got all the so basically a lot of the licensing stuff, like the music and stuff, because that game is known for its music is coming in. So it's not like Pro Skater HD that came on the Xbox 360, I think, or maybe the Xbox One recently. That port was horrible. This one actually looks really good. So I think it's Vicarious Visions that did it. That's the port house, I think. Cool. So yeah, man,
that's awesome. I would love that.
It's really dope. So I think I could see it in a year. The visuals are good, but not good enough that I'm like, okay, I mean, they are pretty good, but I can still see them on the Switch. It's very possible that they will bring their blurry faces to the Switch easily.
Right.
Let's see. Are you bringing it up? You bringing up some vid?
We'll see, man.
We'll see what happens. It's really pretty, man.
I'm excited to give it a look.
Fine. I'll go into the next question while you're pulling it up. Lauren asks, leaks to 2 retro studio ideas came out recently. One is of a Sheik game, the other is of a Boo game. And she was wondering what secondary character deserves their own game. First off, both of those ideas would be
Secondary
really cool.
character.
Yeah.
That would be kind of
A
cool, wouldn't it? Oh,
Sheik
Sheik
game?
game? And what
A
would it be
Sheik
like
game would
a
be
like a
sick.
Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah, dude, that'd be so cool. Like a
Wouldn't
Ninja
that be
Gaiden,
pretty cool?
But like Zelda kind of mix,
Oh,
like an RPG
that would be
version.
pretty rad.
Dude, that'd
I'd
be
be
way
super
cool.
into it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will definitely look at it.
Yeah, so they have some art of that, and then they have art of a Boo game, but that was it. It's these games are very highly unlikely that they're coming out. I think the developer even said that. They didn't think Nintendo even like showed
Sure.
up or anything. So there's that. Secondary characters, I think
Wouldn't it be
who's
weird if
someone
they
that
did like
hasn't come out?
a Luigi game?
Yeah,
Had
it's
a
like they need
flashlight?
it's like that guy needs
I don't
some
know. Just off the top of my head.
spotlight. Needs some needs some daylight. Give that Luigi some love. That twin needs some.
Yeah, bro.
Uh,
You know what? I would love. So I've always, all right, Star Fox. I've always really liked Falco for some reason. I always thought he was
yeah, he could
real
get
cool,
secondary. Yeah.
and I would like to see not style game. I want to see him as like a special agent, like spy. He just seems real
Cool.
dope. He can get the job done. He's got some James Bond skills.
Yeah, dude.
I'd like to see that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
know.
It'd be cool to see Falco on his own thing, kind of doing like a Han Solo on his own kind of thing.
Oh, does he have a Chewbacca?
He's
Does
got
he
his
have?
own.
Does
He's
he
got
have
his
a
own
wood?
crew. Yeah, dude. He rolls up with his own crew.
Oh my
Anyways,
gosh.
I think Falco's a cool enough character that you could definitely get his own thing.
Looked cool.
Ganondorf? Homeboy's got backstory, bro. Homeboy's
Yeah,
got
he does.
backstory.
He's got back. Just
he's
straight
got
up
back too. He's got a lot of back. I mean, it's a big back.
Gross.
Man's got a big back and a backside too. I mean, there's that too. It's very nice glutamus maximus. Dude, but that I could see a story that's like tries to humanize Ganon or something, like a cool like him being like the one of the last Sheikah people or whatever, and like that, and
That
seeing
would be kind of cool.
seeing all his people die and being
and
all that, and like why he's doing the evil things.
This is almost like a Darth Vader situation.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Anyway. Dude, you know what? A game that actually did do this was Shovel Knight. Like Shovel Knight, the main game, and they had expansions of full-on like campaigns of Spectre Knight and King Knight and all that different stuff. Like, I think that was cool. Like, hey, let's dive into these guys and okay, what were their abilities be? And so that was the company actually doing that I thought was pretty cool.
People should do that more often, dude. Like, see, like
get more.
Widen their game out to like that kind of cool Shovel Knight, like piecing out your characters to do cool new stuff. Like, seriously. I mean, Shovel Knight maybe went too far. There was a lot of knights going on there. But it was cool. It was all good stuff. So yeah, man. That is it for our fan questions, Trev. We did it. Thanks, y'all, for sending those in.
Thank you, guys.
Seriously, we appreciate the support and the love. Releasing this week, I didn't have time to look it up, so here we are. I don't even know what is coming out this week that I can think of. Pod Racer was supposed to come out this week. It's not coming out this week due to the virus, so that's not going to happen. So that's the only thing I do know is that release date was delayed, sadly. But I'm sure there's plenty of good games to go check out. There's hundreds of good games on the Switch, so you will find one. Okay, Trev, recommendations. You got yourself a recommendation?
I do. My recommendation is during these times where things can be stressful, it's weird, it's crazy, things are just going on. You know what? Take a minute, go do some meditation. If you've never meditated before, it's honestly my favorite thing me for years. You know, at the end of the night, taking a moment and doing some meditation, and it's not like this like weird religious thing. Like some people like look at it like weird, like, oh, you have to be Buddhist to meditate. No, you know, anybody can meditate. It's about controlling, like just being able to accept our thoughts and process them. And if you need some help, there's a really cool app that I started and I don't use it anymore, but it's called Headspace. I love it. It's a good starter way to kind of get your bearings, figured out when it comes to that good old meditation. But seriously, it is one of those things that just keeps your mind straight and relieves a lot of stress. And I couldn't recommend it enough. To
Yeah,
help
dude,
yourself with
meditation. Meditation is really great. Callie does it all the time. She's all about it. She's into that yoga stuff. But like you said,
Awesome.
dude, it's not like a yoga thing. It's not like a religious thing. A lot of people get into that, think that that's what it's about. No, meditation, man, is really nice. Clears up
I
the
move,
head.
dog.
Dude, it's peaceful. It's peaceful up in here, you
Hey,
know?
let's do it for just 5 seconds of meditation. Everybody, right now.
Everyone?
All right, we done.
Yeah,
You don't need to
beautiful.
meditate.
Man, that felt good, huh? Woo! Silence. It's not scary. I'm not scared of the thoughts in my head.
Oh no, I always have that kind of sound. I never want to hear those thoughts. No, I'm just kidding.
Trev, my recommendation is it's a movie called Your Name. It's an anime, which is movie. I usually don't do animes. Not usually an anime guy.
I've
I do
heard
I do it
about
sometimes.
this.
I do it sometimes. Guys, Your Name, if you're a romantic like myself, it's beautiful. It's romantic. It's great. No, it's not another whatever, Emma. Whatever I said just the last time.
Yeah, hey, that was
Uh
a disappointment.
it's not a disappointment. That was a great movie.
Oh man,
uh,
no, that's good. No, this I've heard really good things about
yeah.
it. Like it
So
is more of a romantic
yeah,
anime from what I
romantic-ish.
hear, right?
Yeah, it's a romantic thing, but it's also got a lot of cool like time traveling kind of stuff going on. This is a really cool it's like Freaky Friday and Back to the Future and like a really
Hmm.
good romantic movie had a baby. This is what it would come up with. And if Japan was added in there, it is so good. It is so good. This, in my opinion, out of all the anime, I've seen some really good anime movies. When I watch anime, I usually watch the best stuff. Um,
Of course,
I I think this might be one of the best anime movies. A lot of anime movies are, in my opinion, a little indie, a little like.
yeah,
And what I mean by that is, you think after watching it, you think to yourself, what's the point? Like, what did I learn? Like, what is this? Why am I
sure.
watching this? This to me was a lot like the story was there. You knew you could follow it. It had some confusing like time travel stuff, but it made you think. It's really good. This is one of the best
Cool.
anime movies, in my opinion. My favorite anime movie is probably this one. It's really up there.
I will watch
So,
it.
Your Name, check it out on your Amazon Prime or whatever you get your movies from. And that's it for the Nintendo show, Trev. We have done it. The episode is done. Episode 32. Yes. Thanks everyone
Mm,
for watching on Facebook Live. We appreciate your help in Nintendo fight, especially Cameron. Thank you so much. If you want to be part of the show in that way, remember you can hit us up at Facebook Live every Sunday at 9 p.m. and that is Mountain Daytime, Mountain Daylight Time, Mountain Daylight Time,
sure.
MDT. I think is what that's called. And then you can join us on our Facebook group. That's a Nintendo show or that's the Nintendo show on the Facebook group. Website's nintendoshow.com. Follow us on Twitter at Nintendo Show Pod. And remember to like and share and rate us on the podcast service of your choice and leave us a review on iTunes. All those things help out a lot. We're trying to build up a nice old fan base, and it is going along swimmingly. Thank you everyone for your support. It really is helping out a lot. That's it for the show. Thank you everyone for watching us. Thanks everyone for listening to us. Hearts and all that jazz. That's a weird heart. We love you. We will see you. Bye.